Ask you what happened after you said.
Get up and they walk out outside. The whole cinema was stopped.
Yes, guys, we are finally back. We finally made it to another podcast here on BrBpTV, brothers and sisters. I know it's been a moment since I've been here, but your boy is back. And guys, I'm hopefully to be doing about 25 of them this year. Obviously, we might end up doing more because a number of persons have actually reached out to me. And this is why we're actually here today. I remember last year, I was hearing about this original dice. I was like, what do you mean original dice? I actually met the original dice today, brothers and sisters. And of course, we're going to have an interview with him on this year podcast. We're just going to talk vibes with him and see what's up. And obviously, guys, we have him here today. The original dice right there. Talk to us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah.
And I'm very honored and proud to be your companion today to answer a few words, if not much. There could be many too. And to let you know who am I and most of all the past of my career beginning and etc.
Yeah.
I think to, as much as I can remember, to satisfy the purity of your intention at this time. Thank you very much for being here at my home. And hopefully it wouldn't be the last.
Yeah. I definitely want to come back, man. You have a really nice home. I think when Dominicans tend to come up here, they tend to do well, especially in Houston. Talking about that, how did you, well, first of all, tell the people where you're from in Dominica and when did you move up here?
Originally I was born in the island of St. Vincent.
Oh, okay.
And by a Grenadian father and a Vincentian mother.
Okay.
To raise up in Dominica from babyhood as a child unknown.
So Dominica is what you pretty much know.
Portsmouth, Dominica, with the one and only the Captain Aki, the former boat builder in Portsmouth, Dominica, was my dad.
Okay.
And I have lots of other brothers and sisters, everybody who knows Tuya, Dan, Alban, Afli, these are my brothers and sisters.
But what age, not age, but what year are we talking about? When you're talking about?
I did say unknown age, and because I came there from a baby, I don't know when I came.
What year are you talking about?
In the 50s.
50s, okay.
Yeah. In the 50s, early part of the 50s. Then I left when I came a little bit stronger. I went down to Grenada, didn't stay there, go to Trinidad. And that's where
you learned about Calypso?
I start organizing myself with get in love with Calypsos. And then I came back to Grenada and took some little more schooling there. And during my schooling time in Grenada, that's when I realized I could sing, because the teachers in my classes used to actually gather up the school, to clear up the school every Friday afternoon and put me personally to sing in the school. I didn't know who am I and what I was at the time, because I didn't know nothing about this type of thing. But then I was singing and everybody was so much enjoyable, and after that I realized I could sing, so I started singing country and western also.
Okay.
At this time I didn't know anything about composition and etc. So then I called my father and I told him I want to come to Dominica. No, I told him, Father, I can't get work because I was too small. He told me, come and meet your dad in Dominica and you will learn something.
Yeah.
And I came up here in the 50s. And I was all listening to Portsmouth. After a period of time, shortly, I get a little bit more matured and I start doing Calypso.
Around what age? What age?
Teens.
Okay. 13, 14, 12?
A little bit, maybe more than that.
Okay.
18, 19, so. And I hope my little steel band in in the heart of Portsmouth there. I don't remember the name of these people home, which yard where we put the still. When I was beating pan, and I have a lot of guys was beating pan, and most of these fellas died already. I don't remember them.
But before you continue, it sounds like you were probably one of the originators of Calypso in Dominica. That's what it sounds like. Because you're talking about what happened then. They went to Trinidad and this can
When I came out with my first song, I started doing composition. Typically, I didn't even know I could compose. Then I came out. I can remember I came out with a song called "They Want a King to Put on a Show." Maliciously in one came up and looked for me. I love to help my friends, but without success. All that is the reason why they robbed me and gave their friends. So that's it. They was planning, they was thinking, going to cancel the show. Our fella said, no, the mighty dice is right here. I know this man, bring him come, let me recognize him. I know easy, you're talking about the Jaggerbird King. That was one of the first songs I sang in Portsmouth. And it was sung so good, and up to this present time when certain people met me, the first thing they just call me, they want a king. That's how they approach.
They want a king.
They want a king to put on a show. I can remember some of them. Yeah, one in the they had a business in Roseau now in Pottersville. They call anyhow. When I remember the name, I'll give you.
Yeah.
Later on. And that's where I start organizing and calling fellas, getting gangs and fellas to let's have a Calypso business in Portsmouth, and everybody, there was agreeing,
but before you continue, during that time, what was the Calypso arena like? What was that like?
Well, the Calypso arena in Roseau at the time, I didn't know much about it because I mostly was in Portsmouth. But then, some Portsmouth people came to Roseau. I remember Tom Felliger, everybody know Tom Lafont, and Owen Shillingford, and the other thing in, what you call that place in going up by the airport, where people just go and enjoy themselves in a beach there?
London there, yeah. Okay.
When I went up there with them on the bar on a truck, so I on the truck, and then when we reached up there, I was singing on the beach. And the guy said, hey, where you from? I said, you living in Portsmouth? I said, yeah. Why you good to good? I think we want to bring you up in Roseau. I say, why? Yes, man, come on, you can build the Calypso competition over there, man.
So it actually had a Calypso competition going on in Roseau at the time that you started doing Calypso?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, what's your name? I didn't tell him Dice or anything. He said, Aki, we're not living here. You're going up on the truck with us. And I said, I don't have no way in Roseau to stay. He said, no, man, we'll get place for you. So they brought me up in Roseau. And when I came up to Roseau, that same, I think a month or two after, there was a competition going on.
What was it called?
The
competition, what was it called?
That one was called, it was not independent yet. It was independent before.
I'm not sure. That was a long time ago. Really long time ago.
And I didn't have a son.
Yeah.
I didn't have a son. But if that was something, what we used to have something before the independent. Statehood Day.
Okay.
Statehood Day. This is Patrick John was the president. And then we have
that's long before my time.
was supposed to be governor when Patrick John took over. And then I had to go and compose a song. I said, go and listen to the guys and sing himself. I said, no, they're going to beat me. I can't beat them. So then I went back home. I said, give me a chance to see tomorrow, 10 o'clock, you can come and rehearse. 8 o'clock tonight is the show.
Yeah.
So I came out and I go home and I go by myself and start composing. And it was like I was using up my brain. I was composing without a music.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how were you doing that.
Dominica, my country,
Mm.
will have to remain. It's my mother's land, don't doubt me, and it also mine. Is now I remember what my mama said. Come on, everybody, let me get down together. I wanted to talk to you. I want you to love me. And that's how I start going on. Then Patrick John was the Prime Minister, I think, at the time. Then I want to say, Mr. Kuz, Mr. Kuz, I want you to know again, all the ministers, Mr. Kuz Latig will be the governor. That's
As you sing in here, it seems like the calypso, because we have calypso now, and it seems like there's a leaning on politics as well.
Right.
And what you're saying right now kind of sounds like it had it back then.
Right.
But before we get into that, I want to know who was the main. We have King Dice running things right now.
Dice wasn't there at the time.
He wasn't there yet.
No,
No.
just came here.
So who was running things back then? Who was the real boss?
Calypsonian?
Yeah,
That
Calypsonians.
was the Spark,
The Spark.
the Spider,
The Spike. Yes, I.
the Spark, Spider,
What was your name as well?
me.
Yeah, the original Dice. What was your
But I just
name
get
back
my
then?
name. I just
Oh.
give my name suddenly.
Okay.
During the Calypso, I give my
Yeah.
name.
Okay.
But then you have the Idol was the boss man. He was a Vincentian. The Idol, when he came out some years with Mr. Copeland is a bad man. Don't play with Mr. Copeland. That was the thing of the year.
Okay.
The road match.
Okay.
That was the Idol. And then you have the Spark and the Spider. And you have a couple Bob Baker, and them are just coming in after me. Because I come in before Baker, maybe a year or two before Baker. And then they was the singing that same year, and I won them.
You won them, so you
I
won the Monarch.
I won it that year.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember I didn't walk up from Roseau to Palm Grove. I was on everybody's shoulder.
So during that time, was the music being played on the radio? What was that like?
The radio, the radio is playing on the music plays on the radio.
Okay.
That was the top band here.
Swinging Stars of back then.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the members of Swinging Stars back then?
Yes, now and later.
Okay.
Company. Much of them. If the Spark was playing, was blowing the saxophone in Swinging Stars at the time. So then that was the days of the old days. Then, after that competition, I then start going in and looking to see how I can get songs for the future competition. And I think that future competition will be Breaker, Lord Bingo, and even the same Spider and Sparks, and them, all of them was the leading Calypsonian in those days.
So Spider, them were the dominant force back
They
in
were the
there.
dominant force in Calypso.
Okay.
Yeah, they was very good. I can tell you that. And then I had to try to. I think I had a very good voice. People say of those days I had a very young voice, young Dice. You have a very good voice, so it wasn't easy to beat my voice. That was definite.
Yeah.
And then I tried to try now to get song so that I can compete with these guys. So then I get something called about Dominica. Dominica is little America, storied pavilion. No land in the West Indies to compare with her. And if you really want to have some fun in a careless way, well, contact the committee to catch this carnival glimpse. You wouldn't regret, no, on Carnival Day. Yankee man and English, all that, jumping in the band. The only stress that actually receive on Carnival Day. I don't forget the first one.
As you sing in there, that is pure calypso that you see. That is absolutely pure calypso. The vibe. I like it.
You know? Well, contact the committee to catch the carnival glimpse. And this was the thing. And then these boys was coming up with different.
Do you remember some of the songs of the competition? Do you remember?
Yes, Shaky, Lord Shaky. These boys was good in composition because they have a very good education background.
And was it kind of like only a Dominican thing? Because I noticed you mentioned Saint Vincent took place taking part.
Foreigners who was living here in Dominica, like that guy. They say he was one of the best among the time. The rest, he was living in Pottersville. What's his name? He died now. They told me he was one of the dominant force. He was either Vincentian or Grenadian or Trinidad. I think that's Trinidad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it even had Trinidadians competing in Dominican Calypso competition.
Yeah,
okay.
Big children, he married in Dominica.
Okay, yeah. I think at that time they had like different people from Caribbean islands going back and forth.
Well, up to this present time, they see that, but there was more stabilized here. Trini. They used to call him Trini from Pottersville.
I think there's a Trini that used to take part in the competition in Dominica in my time. I think there was one called or maybe Trini Boy. I can't remember.
Oh, is he self? I don't know.
No, it's a younger guy, a much younger guy. Yeah.
This one is the one that said he exposed there was a group of women in Dominica in those days. They called them the whatever woman they call them. 5 something. And he said a song something like, what? I want you talking about them and expose them. And,
what they were doing.
Yes. And then I think some of them leave and they escape and they go England, some go in Trinidad. That's what I learned. But I didn't know much about these people.
So this song caused them to run then?
Yes.
Music, it seemed like music back then was also powerful too.
The Something Sisters. The 11 Sisters.
The 11 Sisters. Okay, the 11 Sisters.
I don't remember much about the song because I wasn't singing those days yet. So, but I always know him. I know Trini, of course, and he get to know me, and we was very good friends, a good, quiet, going fella. You see, he have a very nice voice, but I never heard him sing on stage.
But it's interesting that you mentioned in Trinidad's involvement. It seems like the Calypso came out from Trinidad and coming to Dominica and that whole
Calypso coming, so it's after, because I myself, when I get in the perfection of singing Calypso and start doing a lot of composition, right now I'm very good at composition.
Yeah.
So
actually I have one of your songs right there, so we're gonna play it in a moment.
I start tracing back and I was listening to Dominica Calypsonian and listening to the foreign Calypsonian, and I figure out to myself we're not supposed to be singing for Dominica directly. We're singing for the world, for the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So I start composing. When I compose my song, I always like to give a joke in a song. And for somebody to listen.
It always dawns on me, like in Dominica we promote our Calypso and we tend to sing about what is happening with Dominica. But I was wondering, how does it transcend outside, as you mentioned this, because you don't just focus on Dominica, you focus pretty much on the world.
When I myself go places and people ask me a lot about Dominica Calypso and how it is, and if I can give them a little instinct of Dominica Calypso. So Dominica Calypso is good, but everybody have their own way from composition.
But back in the day, you were the one who was writing your own songs. I know today a lot of Calypsonians tend to get songwriters. Was that something that was a norm back then? Everybody writing their own song?
In those days, there was not much composition. People writing. Dennis Joseph. When you go to Gaylords, he is on the Gaylords.
The who?
Dennis Joseph.
The what lords? The what lords?
Gaylords.
The Gaylords.
Gaylords Power Union of Dominica from Breaker from...
the Gaylords, wow.
He came here and visit me, he lives in England.
Okay.
He came here about 2-3 years ago and visit me here.
But the Gaylords though?
The Gaylords.
The Gaylords.
Yeah, that's the Gaylord Power Union.
Okay, wow, Power Union.
Bingo, and Sterrett, I think Sterrett was playing.
That's interesting.
I don't know if Sterrett was playing it, but Sterrett Joseph, he was a blind guy. All of that, Sterrett was playing The organ.
The organ. So you pretty much tell me that all the originators, so to speak, of Calypso in Dominica no longer live in Dominica. I mean, even you, you're up here as well.
I go to Dominica. I mean, I would like to be around in Dominica at times to listen, because that's where I begin doing certain things before I go to Antigua. And when you're accustomed, the people you associate with, that's the people you figure you want to give what you have to offer.
Yeah.
So Dominica, if you're going to Dominica, and that's where I know. It's Dominica, I know, and Dominican.
Yeah. I actually have one of your songs right there. We're gonna play it. It's called SPIDERMAN. So let us just take a listen to that one right there.
Believe it, it's nothing strong. Everything they're drinking, they're just starting to bite you guys.
I was in a show. I wasn't in the show. I went to some dance. I was up in the way they call the Roseau Old Boys School. I was upstairs there with some people, some men had some shows there, and they was playing a music called organ.
Accordion, the accordion. Okay.
Right. It's the first time I hear an accordion music, and I was composing an African song so that I can introduce myself when I go on stage. And it sounds just like that song, like that music. That's the music I'm looking for. I'll give you a little taste of it. Yeah. Moi no comprendo capabilmente. Moi no comprendo castellana. Moi no comprendo la indiana. Azulu africane. That was the song I was saying. And you have a beat just for that music. So as I was there looking at that beat, that song, someone hit me a lash behind my head.
Hey, what?
Someone took his hand and he slapped me behind my head.
Carlot.
Yes. So I told him, I said, what you do that for? If you don't like it, come, let's go downstairs. Just like that. I wasn't in no mood of fighting mood or anything.
Yeah.
He was, and later on I understand, he was a prison officer. And this was very bad for a prison officer. So I went downstairs. I was so mad. And he went down with 2 bottles. He broke 2 bottles and he went downstairs.
Trying to fight you?
Yes, for no reason. And by the time he jumped down over the banister, and I went down and I met down before him. And when he came out, I hit him a lash. Up to this present, honestly, believe me, you may not believe me, I don't know how I hit him, what I hit him with.
You checking, you have to get one.
Yeah, but he fell down.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I went
Knockout.
Yes, he stayed 5 days in the hospital unconscious.
5 years?
Days.
5 days, okay.
And I go home the next morning. Some people came there and making below my door. I tell them, I'll go into the police station and report my matter for myself.
Yeah.
And then they told me they have to arrest me because he's in the hospital unconscious.
But it's his fault. He that instigated it.
I don't even know the man at the time.
Exactly.
But then they said, I'll have to arrest you and take you to prison. And when he comes out from the hospital, you can get bail. So I called my dad.
Oh, I think I understand why. Because he was knocked out, and
Yes,
it could have been manslaughter.
Unless
If
he's not recovered, not bail me.
Okay, I get you.
So then, when he recovered, they had me locked up. He came to the prison. I want to explain the whole situation about what he did, but he tried to do with me a lot of things in the prison which he couldn't do. He could not have done what he wanted to do. He gave me different things, like give me a whole heap of big junk of cheese. He gives somebody to give me. He brings cigarette for me. He gives somebody to give me. I remember those days. And why is he doing that? I get locked up there. Calypso was in my brain.
So you're making some. Okay.
I'm trying to. So then I have that in my brain, and for a long time. But in Dominica, you couldn't get to do what you want to recording and etc. So I say, all right. But I get to know all the guys who do that. and all of them names. So their names is in the Calypso also.
Yeah, yeah.
But I call some of them direct. When I say Catty Girl, I'm talking about the man who hit me.
So that's what Spider-Man is about.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
He is Catty. I call him Catty Girl. I say, yes. Some of them smell drinking rum, and they all were drunkard. So then, that's how these songs arise in my brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue listening to that song right there. Let's get it.
Good morning. They sweating like this. The whole night on the head, they was like a Spanish radio station. Hide your suit, slide and push it. Moving on. They got but funny. They don't understand. They try what to end that life. But didn't succeed. One point in behind. They call me this funny dumb man. So this. With a bit and hungry that I do want it for living dead. The lady waited deeper. What the police get up to the post permission too strong. That's why I go smile and watch them all they moving. Then gone try what to end my life, but they can't succeed. Some people thinking real bad, make me feel so sad. If I look around the world, things really hook up. They don't get me wrong. Me done with pandemic and overcrowded. I get from this side and what them how they going on. And just don't balance find it. They don't understand. They try what land and life without success. One point to behind me, they call me this kind of land. That's what it's like. Watching how they're going on. It don't do time to stand. Right here, so sit and point it behind me. They call me this kind of land. One point it behind me. They call me this kind.
I like it a lot, man.
Very related to what they have done.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, was there? I mean, you talk about the Spider-Man. How did you know about Spider-Man back then? I mean, was that something that was, on TV that you saw, or what? Because you kind of relating it, yeah.
Spider-Man on TV, but the way when the thing happened, the night this thing happened, nobody didn't see me, and he get lashed down there, hit down there, and he lay down there. When they do found him, they never see me. So they figure, oh damn, the Spider-Man, I hit the man, and I hit
you.
I disappear.
Okay, I get you. Okay, sorry. But is his fault, because you don't even know why the guy hit you for.
I didn't know him. When I get to understand what he's saying, he said he took me for a Trinidadian, and he don't like Trinidadian.
So he just hit you a lash just because of that.
Yeah, that's what he did.
It seems
friendly.
It seems like that kind of mannerism, sometime behavior is not just extending back then; it's happening today.
Right. That is it. No, yeah. These are the things that get some people. We don't realize. I may hear something about you. I don't sit down and think what caused that. But these are the people we get together and get instigate other people.
Yeah.
And involve them in so that because I tell you honestly, I don't know the man to that effect. And I don't see why he did that. But I ask him why he did that. He tell me if I don't like it, come downstairs. And that's where they start out.
Yeah. So he was trying to fight with you then?
Yeah.
That is something else. Isn't he? He's a police officer trying to instigate a fight with you because he doesn't like Trinidadians.
And another police officer, a prison officer.
A prison officer.
And then that caused him to lose the case too. Because they bring me to when the case come out. I think when the case come out, there was a guy from Africa was in Dominica, an old aged man with his children and a white woman, and I go to him, he told me he's a lawyer, and his wife is a lawyer. They was in the High Court looking for some document they have and some big book over there. His name was Akim.
Akim, okay.
So I go and I was talking to him and he told me, but you don't have a case to man, the man did so and so, and he explained to me. So I said to myself, but I look like a good lawyer, man.
But even as you saying that there, and I don't mean to sidetrack, but you still had to get a lawyer for what somebody tried to do to you?
Yes, I did get a lawyer. Did I remember the lawyer name? I think it was Jenna Hammer. Mr. Jenna Hammer. And when I explained to Jenna Hammer, he told me, oh, Mr. Aki, you only happen to be on that side. According to the way you explain yourself, you're a very brilliant guy. And I said, well, I'm singing Calypso. He said, all right, I would like to hear Calypso one of these good days because you are too brilliant. And he told me, the way you explain yourself, you haven't got a case.
Yeah.
So when he come, he told me, don't come to the courthouse. Just stay outside and listen. And I'll come out and tell you what's happening.
Oh, so okay.
When he come out, he told me, he said, okay, go to your home.
But didn't you get any compensation for that? I mean, somebody hit you.
No. In those days, honestly, I didn't want, I'm so happy, I'm more or less happy, I'm not involved anymore. I don't want no part of compensation. I wasn't thinking about that. I was only thinking about, I don't want to be there. And that was it. And the idea came from this Hakim guy. He told me everything, what to do and what to say.
And then you made a Calypso pretty much about the whole situation.
I keep this in, but I didn't get the Calypso direct because I didn't have the full experience of the Calypso thing. So I sit down and graduating. After a time, I start making composition, and so then I come back to this one. I have it in a book. So I come back to it and I give it piece by piece, remembering what happened and how it happened, and fictionize it.
How long ago was this song? Or when was it actually produced?
Quite some time. I don't remember the year now.
Because it sounds like it's recent.
The song did not compose in those days. Start composing and it remained there. But then I came back. When I came to America, I came here and I bought a book. And I sit down. I was working at Walmart here. And I have ample time when I come home at night. I sit down and recollect. So I said, I want to make I have the opportunity of making a CD in America. Let me get to it. So I called Alfred, and Alfred told me, let's get to go. Let's go.
Who's Alfred?
Same one who was here.
But the people don't know. So who's Alfred?
You're Alfred is one of the family of the Monjuri at Hillsborough Street in Rosa Dominica, capital. And that is the sister eldest son. That sister died in Aruba, of course. His name is, we call him, everybody know him as Errol. But his real name is
Justin
Alfred.
that's what I knew him as. Okay.
Right. So then me and Justin get together and I put up a couple songs, so it has at least around 6 country and western. So then we get to I Feel in Ghana, that fella from I Feel is from Wesley. A very good musician. He used to play with for Shining Stars before he went. So I call I Feel and I talk to him. He used to play for me also in Shining Stars.
Yeah.
So we know one another very well. And he told me, I know you're good, you know that. I said, I know you're good. I have to ask about you again. I know what you can do. And then tell me, fix up some song, do what you have to do, and I'll mix it here for you. So I bought a set. I bought a set, recording set. My son doing it, everything here. He set it with Alfred now. I tried to put him.
Okay.
Bring it down at his room. So we mount it up here.
And did all your own personal production?
Yes, my son do everything. And then...
But I want to ask a question. You keep calling yourself Dice. What is your actual name?
Actually, it comes up just like the guy who I have my name in Dominica right now, continuing. Of course, he's a black man like myself. I love him. He doesn't know much about me. His name is Dennis Joseph.
Dice Joseph, yeah.
So I had to go far from that. You get Dennis and Joseph. I know if he was translating from mine, I'm Dennis. Dennis Aki. He is Dennis and Joseph.
Yeah.
So consider Dennis and Dennis, what's the difference?
Yeah. So it's from that name you got the dice. It's from that name.
I have the dice. I have dice idea in me because myself and a guy in Trinidad, he called himself Big Dice. So we was both friends. So he said me give my name Small Dice.
Small Dice. Okay, so that's where the dice came from.
Where the dice
Okay. All right. And then you became the original Dice. That was your Calypso name back then.
Yeah. When I was going into Calypso, then I figured out I could have sing because I all sung this song Sparrow sing. I was trying to beat it.
Yeah, I can hear the sparrow in you, yeah.
So then
I can hear it.
I say I'm looking for a song. The Sparrow is Sparrow already. I get one. But it's, no, there was a Calypso named Arrow. I said, oh my God.
Arrow, yeah.
So and then I start beating around the bushes. And the last thing will come up is dice.
Small Dice.
Yeah.
And when did you remove the small part?
Well, this small
When you
dice,
got older?
when you're in Trinidad, you have this kind of language in you. You use the word small. It's like little Jesus and all that kind of thing. So I use I was small dice. So then I come in Calypso, they used to call me King Dice. The original dice came only when I realized somebody had my name going on. So I went down.
Dominica?
Yes.
Okay.
And I met with a guy, a friend of mine. I don't know if you ever know about him. He's a magistrate. They call him, when I go down, I met him. He was a magistrate. I don't know if he's still a magistrate now.
Yeah.
He said, where you got this? I said, idea. He said, man, I'm looking for you all, but I can't find you. I said, what happened? This man have your money, your name making a lot of money, man. You got to take him to court. I said,
Really?
I said, take him to court for what? He said, man. And he keep telling me that. I think he's still there, you know. I said, Louis.
Okay, yeah.
Magistrate. I said, Ozzy, let me tell you something, man. The man singing is a black man just like myself, Ozzy.
Yeah.
And if I go and say taking this man to court, Ozzy, you might get against me, and you're the first man to put me in jail, you know. That's why I was just making our joke.
Yeah.
And I said, leave it at that.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
I asked somebody how he happens to get it in.
Yeah.
They told me, I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure. Say his father was a very big fan of mine in my days. His father tell him I'm not around. I'm no Calypso again. So he can't use that name.
Oh, okay. I will one day I'll interview Dice on that merit to find out how he got that name right there. But
yeah. Never told me that.
Okay. But it'll be interesting to find out how he got that name though.
I never sit down and have a conversation with him. Because you have some different things. I didn't want to go involved in all this kind of thing.
But you guys have the same first name.
Yeah.
The same first name, and then it seems like coincidence of sorts.
Right. So
okay.
Somebody told me come up to Dominica and have a one-to-one competition with him. So I say, well, we never talk about that. We never reached that far. So how is it going to happen?
Yeah.
And if I have to leave America and come up here, somebody has to pay my passage. Somebody has to pay me. I have 2 houses in Dominica.
Yeah. Okay.
But one is renting out, and I have to tell them that if you want me there.
Yeah.
They say, sure.
So you don't have to worry about accommodations. You're good.
Accommodation is not that sure. Then.
But have you ever thought of coming to sing to Dominica in our modern times? Like for the competition, whether it's guest performance or something of that sort?
Yes, I would love to do that. I would love to do that even in my old days. You know?
You are 87 years old.
Yes.
Wow.
Sitting down, I was trying to see if I could continue with a song that will, like you the old man give his children an order and they disobey you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's something like that. I was checking this and I come with a whip to beat them up.
To teach them the ways, to teach them.
You disobey.
Yeah. That'll be a good one.
I try to do that, but I never up to now. It's still in the book, but I don't continue. And then I try now. Right now, I am writing a song, a couple of songs. Things I remember that happened in the
Your
island
days.
of Dominica, throughout Dominica, with some people trying to remember the folks that is funny over there.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of things you have to be there to get the
real experience.
Of it.
Yeah.
So I have some of them, like I have one called the book inside. I don't really want to go into book now.
Okay.
So it's about the pandemic.
Which pandemic, by the way? Which pandemic?
The present.
Present.
The one we
Okay.
just passed.
Okay.
So I said it have to take, I started out like that, it has to take, it really has to take a pandemic for me to make this serious decision. Thanks the Lord, oh God, the Almighty, who see me through this awful situation. I have a few things coming in it, and then I put in a couple of characters, people in the country that people know very well. They're like you have a one woman they call Lady Bacco.
Lady Bacco.
Yeah, from Roseau.
She had a big Bacco, man.
She has some kind of funny slippers.
Okay.
Foot and all. She does sing on Calypso tastes.
Okay.
But I mean, comedian thing. So I put this song in a way I say, well, this year I come in this year to make the people know who am I and etc. and so with real calypsos and calypso fever. I just put in this part of it.
Yeah.
And I want you all to remember something about Lady Bacco and sing things like Lady Bacco so the whole crowd of Dominica can see Lady Bacco on the street
Yeah.
the latest beat and say, look, the old man come back again and you're going to win the crown. You know?
Yeah.
Thing like
So
that.
you think you'd want to perform, not just perform for performance sake, but taking part in the actual
I
competition?
don't think I really want to. I don't think I really want to.
Why is that?
Well, not only is that, because it's self-pride.
Okay.
I would like to stand up with somebody and help them to see what they can do, because there is a guy trying to help him, but he hasn't got the voice and the calypso talent.
Do you think you have any interest in writing for the present Calypsonians?
I wrote 2 songs. They're right now 4 songs. For a young woman, for a woman.
What's her name?
I don't know her name.
Okay, I remember.
I don't know. I knew her.
She lives up here in Dominica.
She's in Dominica.
Dominica,
She sang
okay.
this year, but she failed in the first round.
Okay.
So I was writing a song about a woman. She lives in Stockfarm. She still lives in a place they call Great Baytown, in Roseau. But the big government changed them and so it's Shanty tongue people bad. They're walking in my yard. Shanty tongue people mad. I see they make a road in my yard. They raise up a gang in Wezine. Is to see their behavior by the bay. That's the song. And I tried to stay here on the phone and coach her to find out if she could have handled it. But I told her, you don't go and spoil a song like that because it sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was, this.
So she didn't sing the song. She didn't sing it.
She couldn't sing it.
Okay.
I said on the radio, I was singing it on his phone. I said, Shantytown people bad, they walking in my yard. Shantytown people mad, I say they make a road in my yard. Well, they raise up a gang in Wezine, is to see their behavior by the day. One they call me leading the way. She said they jumping till I said, and what they saying? Why, just touch me here and touch me there and kiss me, darling. Why, small dice boy, I really love you. It's carnival, take my belly. That carnival is why jumping in style. In Grady tongue. She couldn't understand this song.
What is Grady tongue, by the way?
Grady tongue is where this lady was living.
Where, in Roseau?
In Roseau, Dominica, just by the river. And that was a scandalizing place. People at night come, lot of men and women always there. So they called it, because she was the first person lived there, they called it Grady tongue.
So she used to shake a pampalam then there?
No, she wasn't in that.
It was happening there.
It was miserable in their way. You know, at night we have a lot of scandal.
Yeah.
So everybody knows she as Grady. And they know the whole situation. So they call the whole place now, because she first occupied it, they call it Grady Town.
So that would be applicable back then. Just all reminding the people of some sort of history.
Everybody knows she's there still, you know.
Oh, she's there still?
Yeah, Grady.
Okay.
I went and see her the other day when I was
Okay.
Grady Robert. I went and visited her, and she couldn't sing it. So I made one for the guy.
Who's the guy? You remember the guy?
Yes, they call him the Lord. Oh, everybody know him. He works on the pier.
On the pier?
And he was up here.
I don't want to call names, so leave that there.
I know his name. I know him good. He lives in Stockholm. He has a van. And I'll get his name for
you.
Maybe in this song. I made a song for him and told him, well, that's a road march bit. And he said he would like to hear it. I sing it twice, a couple times for him right here. And the song name is 5 Cents Girls, 5 Cents Women. Very simple, but it's the jumpy part in the bacchanal.
Yeah.
So, explain to him, that is what I want you all to do. Don't go in this big sort of politics and all that, because I don't really sing politics. I say, some 5 cents women going bow spoiling little boys. The penny halfpenny boys, they love the sports, so they won't report. I say the reason why I sing this song, cause they get me blue. If they take me to the court, I will win the case. And that is it. You heard somebody singing behind you, and they're giving the chorus.
The backups.
Because they cannot understand very fast. Don't worry with son, so whoever singing. I know when they're drinking rum is a push.
Yeah.
They're looking for trouble. Boy, I know it's carnival. I want no bacchanal. Juve morning, it's Juve morning, Juve morning, it's Juve morning, bam bam bam. For the morning, it is time to raise up, wake up. Laura we got up, look, 20,000 jumping. It's Juve morning.
20,000 people jump in.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. And the crowd with it. So you have to look at the background of a road march. A road march is not 10 and 12 words, it's 2 little words. If you look at
it's kind of like chanting then, something like,
Audrey, where you get this thing, girl? Darling, you making me shiver. You make me feel I want to dance. You make me feel like 10 feet tall. Sugar boom, boom, boom. Sugar boom, boom. That's all.
By the way, I'm looking at you here interacting with me, and you're 87 years old. Are you sure? Are you 87? Because, I mean, first of all, you don't look like you're 87. You look like you're probably like in your 50s.
Some people tell me you're in 40s and I.
Yeah, like.
I don't sit down and wonder, say, not too long I said, do you think my mother didn't make a mistake?
Yeah, because I'm looking at you and the vibrancy, and I'm trying to figure out other people who are around that age. If I'm looking at Biden himself, who cannot even think properly and those kind of things there, and you're in the vibrancy and you move in and you're okay. So it's interesting to see. Even I just want to sidetrack a little as I'm seeing you and your energy and this kind of thing. So what do you eat though? What do you eat?
Story about
Do you eat McDonald's?
Oh, now, since I'm in America for many years now, with my children and my wife, but she passed away about 3 years ago. Everybody knows, very friendly woman in the whole of Rosa.
Yeah.
And I don't eat American food. I cook my food myself.
Your dashing, your
I
Tanya.
get my food right now within somebody sent on a couple of roast breakfast for me. And
From Dominica?
yes,
Okay.
It in
transit.
Houston. So they'll bring it anytime for maybe tonight, I don't know.
Okay.
So these are the food I eat. I eat a lot of local, I drink a lot of fish soup.
Wait, you say local. Local where? Dominica?
Both Dominica and here.
Okay.
I bought my food here. I have a fridge. You see that fridge? That's my daughter's stuff in it.
Okay.
My stuff is in the other fridge inside it.
So you have separate. Okay.
I bought it there.
Okay.
That's how I eat.
I just had to ask that question because I'm seeing your vibrancy.
No,
like you cannot be 87 years old at all. You just cannot. No, on the basis of songwriting, as you are the original Dice, have you ever thought of writing for Dice?
I never had a conversation with him.
Do you think you would want to write for him though? I mean,
Yeah,
just for probably doing a song or something.
Nothing wrong about that. I have no differences between other people. I don't carry no kind of ill feeling for nobody. But the person who composed for him and I want you to know we are very good friends.
What's his
We are
name?
very good friends. He used to sing together with me,
Okay.
right?
That's a Pat Aaron?
Pat Aaron, I wouldn't want to go against him because he takes his thing and he have his people.
Yeah.
Makes his money. That's part of his
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to go and he will figure out that I coming in his business. Because I had a song there some time back. He came to me and he approached me. He said, Dice, who wrote that song there for you? I said, you mean I sing it, and when you're singing and you have the feeling of Calypso comes in you have to love it to do it.
Yeah.
So I mean in Trinidad I raised up for some time, so I have this kind of mentality in me. You see, man, that song sounds so good, man. I say, like you want to take part of it and make a song too. Tell me, no, you make it already. He said, but I just want since I hear that song, I say, which song? He said, Belly I Grow. I said, oh man, it was a girl. I'd explained to him, I said, it's a girl in Pottersville that she was we call them in the Caribbean Malanam.
No.
You know, but lesbian is the red. And she loves a fella that is a fisherman. And his name is
Oh, so she wasn't a full malnum
No.
because she loved the Okay, all right.
But she do everything like a man. She always
Okay, her mannerisms, okay.
So the fella married and he had his wife and children. The woman came to me and she told me, Dice, I want you to expose my husband for me. I said, what he do? He get pregnant, he make you be pregnant, so and so girl.
He pregnant the malum.
Yeah, she pregnant.
Sorry.
You don't see them and they right by you there. I say, yes, I've seen them, but I don't pay attention to them. I want you to explain this to expose him for me. And the girl fight me and break my hand. She had a break hand at the time.
Yeah.
So I say, well, Ted, come and tell me a little more. Let me find out what you really want. So come and he talk to me and thing. So I get that book, a little look at this, and I start keeping it in my pocket and I'm going around and I'm watching all movement and so on. Sometimes I talk to them wherever I see them by the beach. So then I come up to that song. I say, I write this song and I test it. And when I test it, I notice it was sung in a little bit good, so I pay. The night was $45 for the show. Not the Arawak Caribs, the Arawak cinema it was.
Okay, yeah.
And I paid $45 each for them and I brought them there. And I give them a seat. She was pregnant. And then they don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
So right. They were sitting right in front of me. The Arawak cinema. So then the night I came out big pregnant on the stage too. My stomach
Yeah,
was pregnant. I was pregnant. My titty was very large.
Yes, I titty and belly.
The person who do that, do that good job. So,
Yeah.
I come out, and I say, sir, the Mighty Dice. Yes, Calypso, and ladies and gentlemen, Mighty Dice. I say, ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear the music here in the background. The music is behind in the background here tonight. It's just me and the boys. We're making some noise. And I point at them. I say, Claudette is your name? She name was Claudette. Claudette is your name? You love cricket game? Claudette is your name? You love cricket game? Now is a difference in you met with Fisherman Green. He loved to play bat and ball. This is what I have told. As you taking guard, he bowled straight through your bat and pad. And it's just,
Plug.
now the talk is, girl, your belly a go. Yes, your belly a go. While your belly a go, your mommy ain't know the belly a go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. The fisherman alter your lineage. Properly damage your frontage. Now you belly a grow. Mommy ain't no expense for so.
I'll ask you what happened after you said.
Get up and they was walk out outside. The whole cinema was stopped.
So you was causing trouble.
This is what I wanted. This whole cinema.
Yeah. Okay.
And people come back and say,
So with the whole, let me get this straight, the whole cinema stuff. It's not just the two people I was in there. Okay.
That's what I wanted to see. The whole cinema, everybody get up and now they're following these people going outside.
Okay. So they go after them.
I didn't go away.
No, the people in the crowd.
Some people and the people go outside watching them and troubling them.
Yeah.
And then they went. And then
So the man never heard of what was going on? Because I mean, if you come in after his concubine and his wife and
But he couldn't do nothing. You can't do nothing in a big crowd like that.
Yeah.
And then they went out from the cinema and I didn't want nothing else but that's the part of my show.
But I would have liked to see that, that kind of.
So when I came back, they asked me to come finish the song. So I say, for just bringing a part to make them know what's going on, because it's on the beach there every night, just by where I live in.
Yeah.
So I say, it's to see the wicket where they play this cricket. It's on the playing field where the sea is constantly beating. Claudette in this mood don't mind that. The fisherman, he loved the wicket. He get in his guard, straight through, she said. He get in his balls, straight through, she said. God, and you give the indication. Man, it was... Really?
Man, back then they didn't have videography, none of that stuff. So it's just, you had to be there to witness it.
Yeah.
Man, that's something else. You had to be there to witness it, or it's just word of mouth. People just telling each other what happened.
Yeah.
Back in the day, was it jam packed? Was the events jam packed?
The cinema used to be jam packed because it's not an open place.
Yeah. Move upstairs and downstairs, or was it?
Downstairs.
Only downstairs.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I remember. I think both upstairs and downstairs. I don't remember how the cinema was situated.
Okay.
Since then, I never go back there. It's
Boy, that was
Carib cinema we just go and have shows.
So it was only at the Arak House of Culture you guys were going?
That way we sing that night, but most of the time is in Carib cinema we just go.
Where was Carib cinema?
The Carib cinema is the one going down by that place when people have the big supermarket down there.
The supermarket?
Yes, on the other side of the street by Carib cinema down there. What the name? There they have when you send money.
MoneyGram area?
You go, that's where they are in their place.
Oh, which church area talking about? Okay.
Which church is there on this side of the street, Carib cinema? It's not Sky cinema anymore. And the Arawak in the same street, but we are going up.
Going up. Yeah. Okay.
That's where we have shows both sides. Lately, after that, we started having shows in the Windsor Park.
Yeah. Because Okay. But how was that feeling like, man? I mean, you come out, you did your own thing. What was that feeling like to see you singing and performing and people just reacting in kind of ways? You felt like a celebrity. Talk to me. What was it like?
In those days, most of the old Calypsonian was very friendly with one another. And we know what was happening, especially people like Lord Tokyo and these fellas. They should know what's happening and how it is before the song. So they prepare for it. We prepare for it.
Boy, I would have liked to see what was that. Boy, I would have loved to see that.
So after the show, after the thing, when I finish with this song, people get to understand what's going on. Because I myself never tell nobody anything about it. But they found it out by other people.
So Calypso was kind of a way of exposing certain things that was not
exposing people.
Okay.
Because like we had in those days, I was Calypso was my thing. I could have hit Calypso. I could have hit a mic in those days. Because Calypso, I didn't scared of anybody in Calypso when it comes to concert. The only things I scared of, you might have a better song than I.
What, as you mentioned in that there, the competitions, were people making up stuff as it happened? Like somebody would say something about some situation, somebody will come back and say something about that. Was it on the spot kind of vibe?
I was doing that.
Okay.
I would go to the marketplace on a Saturday with my little book in my pocket and any little thing I see. And put a little thing to
write it down,
organize it later down to make it look like real. And
okay.
These are the things that you do. You watch, you hear somebody quarreling in the road. Oh, I give you food and thing, buy dashing and things, and look at what you do. You give me a bad food today, you make you live, you're talking in the road. These are the things we look
exposing them, man, exposing them.
Going out with a song. Like, for example, I went down to Fongolia night as a battleship was in the harbor. And that song I never sing it nowhere either, you know. I think I composed this song. It's still there. With 3 women. One name was Fedora, one name was Lenora. They're still alive.
Okay.
No, Fedora dead, I think. Because she ended up in jails.
Sympathies to her family.
Lenora, my sister, Anna T. So there was the fighting in Funkole for this white fella, sailor man.
So a white man, okay.
So I sit down and I watch her stand up by the banana shed and I'm looking at them. Nice.
He's fighting for white man.
Yeah, white man.
Yes, I. Sailor. They want to go England.
I go home and I sit down and I start saying, Annette and she's sister Lenora, a big bacchanal with Fedora. Trouble in the land of Calcutta, like they're planning to commit a murder. Believe me, like they're going out dead. They nearly kill a police dead for a sailor, all this thing. They fight until they clean. Mama, whoa, they ball. That was bacchanal, but the sailors say, and it is sweet, man, she's sweet, and the sailor running the street. Sailor dancing so sweet. He said she's sweet like Hannibal. You know?
But was the sailor dealing with them, no, or they just like the sailor?
I think the sailor was with one.
Okay.
And the next one come, feel she younger than that one. She tried to pull the sailor from the white one. You know?
Okay.
So
it's tug of war that happened there.
But the sailor say, Annette is sweet, man, she's sweet. Sailor man is jumping the street. Sailor dancing so sweet, you know? So sweet. He said she's sweet like Hannibal.
So where are they now? You said they're alive. Are they in Dominica or are they in England?
Dominica, they never
also the sailor leave them and...
Annette never travel nowhere.
So he never sailor, don't worry. All right, Papa.
The sailor man may be dead wherever he goes. So these are the songs I used to write. And I used to like to invite, and that developed me so much. So right now, I could take actually anything and make a song. You know, but when you're getting into age and so on, you don't actually get lazy. So this is one of the part, but I could still do my thing.
What would have driven that inspiration? Because it seems like you had a way of playing on words as well. When you're singing about the song, yeah, you gave it direct, but you were also able to put it in a certain mannerism that can flow into the music. What gave that? Was that Sparrow? What inspired that?
When you make this song, when you make a song, you don't finish there. You go back, and maybe when you're sleeping, when you wake up, you get the real meaning of that song. That is if you're interested in it.
Yeah.
So what you did, you go, do I have the right word? You get the dictionary to make sure you follow up with something. You don't follow the dictionary thing because the calypso, in my opinion, don't be sort of be grammatical. The more is verbal.
Local,
That's what the people want. That is because calypso came from Africa.
Okay. Not Trinidad.
Nah, calypso came from Africa.
I went to Trinidad and then.
You want to know how it comes in?
Yeah.
I'll give you a little pass.
Talk to me.
It came from Trinidad, Africa, when the slave was working on the field throughout the Caribbean. All of them are dancing. That's the encouragement of the slave. They get together and they start singing. But they sing a different calypso, similar to us. But then when we start, there was a man in Trinidad they called the Lion. And after my investigation, he started singing calypso. He was the first calypsonian in Trinidad, but there was no music. He sang with a bamboo flute.
So, okay.
A bamboo flute. And he was the king for many years. They call him the King Lion.
King Lion.
The King Lion, the lion from Trinidad and Tobago, was the first calypsonian in Trinidad. And he joined with the first steel band beater in Trinidad also. They call him, oh God, his name in my head. Those were the days. So I've been looking at all of these things. I used to be looking at them because Sparrow coming in the 50s. Kitchener was before Sparrow and Melody. So these was my idols, especially Sparrow. When Sparrow sing a song, I want to beat him with his own song.
I can hear the way you guys are similar in that regard.
Gin and Diner in the early days, in 1952, I think. And then every time he sing it, I put in my own version in it. Time I was young. And Kitchener, Sparrow, Kitchener is one of the best composition writer for when it comes to road march. But none of them could be Sparrow. Melody, he's a good songwriter. I don't know who writing for him, but his song later on will come out. Most instinct that to go to Hollywood. Melody is a boo. It will end up in Hollywood.
Yeah.
The other one say,
wait. What do you mean end up in Hollywood? In California?
Yes. The song.
Oh, the song. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. I was like, wow.
Man from Jamaica took a lot of his song and put it in and make big millions. That Jamaican man, not too very long, he died. He's come, he said, the other one is shiny children. Just because I'm black and ugly, shiny children.
I've heard that, yeah.
It ended up in Hollywood also. That man, that guy he was a movie star in America for years. He died in not too long. You have them sing and Sparrow come out. And Sparrow make a song and tell him you have to pay the man something. You can't make millions like that of song and the man sketching head in Trinidad and give him nothing.
Yeah.
Can you remember that? Oh, you remember?
Yeah, I wasn't alive yet.
Sparrow told him that, and I think that's how Sparrow he gets some money from him.
Okay.
These are the days you follow up when if you learn to love it, you have to be in it to win it.
But the mere fact you mentioned Jamaica, Jamaica also was in Calypso.
No, Jamaica, they make songs similar to that in Calypso, but they think, remember when I get to know about Jamaica, it's ska music and all them kind of things. They say, it's ska business. The Jamaican ska, so that was the Calypso.
Okay. Was back then was Calypso a Caribbean thing? I mean, the mere fact Jamaica took part in it, not as grand as the other Caribbean islands, but was that a Caribbean thing?
It's a Caribbean thing. And then you find the tourists and foreign people comes and they fall in love with Calypso because Calypso has so much jokes in it and still a Calypso.
Yeah.
So that caused the whole world to come in Calypso. If anywhere you go now, they talks about Calypso. Before it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It was never like that. Anywhere you go, Sparrow makes so much millions of dollars here in Calypso.
Oh yeah. Where's Sparrow? Is he in Houston?
Sparrow is in
Florida?
In New York.
New York. Okay.
You see? So Calypso became a world
renowned.
Anywhere you have a little party, you can sing whatever song you have without a Calypso, you know it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometime the other day, a few days ago, I sit down and I'm listening something in Tobago, and I see an old man come out there, very old, and he couldn't even start. I said, well, he don't remember his song. When I watch Nick Long, I see him marking the Lord Nelson. I said, oh God, since I was a little boy, I heard about not Lord Nelson. He's very short, and he was the most outstanding, brilliant man I know on a stage. When this man was on a stage, the stage catch a fire. And the crowd
went crazy.
And he have a woman singing, but I suspect that woman was supposed to be his daughter. And she starts singing to him in other words, for him to catch up himself, we're going to start.
Okay.
And she starts singing something like, Love. I love you or something like that.
So you have to remember his song. Okay.
Yeah. And then they start singing a thing, but most of this stuff is one word. What was it? And it sounds so beautiful in a calypso, you wouldn't believe. It's just the same word and everybody just keep going with it. Lord Nelson. That's the man who make this kind of controversial song a couple years ago and saying Dove and Pigeon was two good companion, you know? And I think how they getting one find the other one was too brilliant. You get a pepper and you get the other one the pepper. And the other one eat the pepper. He said, oh gosh. and the pepper bun the pigeon mouth. And that was the road man.
Like I said, that was an interesting set of play on words back in the day, man, that you guys were doing.
Yeah, the song he was singing in the few nights ago. La da de da di da da. De la de da di da da. That's the song, you know.
That's it.
That's the song. And that song make a hit.
But because of the
tempo.
Yeah.
Tempo in those days. And love.
And it could also be the anticipation factor too.
Right. It's the way he sing it.
Yeah.
If I have to go back to sing it, to trace him, then I would be able to make it.
Yeah.
But it's not something I really keep in my retaliation.
Okay.
But there's this song, people, that Sparrow is one of the men who brought Calypso to the biggest light.
Yeah. Like Bob Marley with reggae.
Bob Marley was in reggae just the other day. Sparrow started out with Gin and Dinah. Everybody know.
Yeah, man.
Gin and Dinah stay for up to now still. Then he came out after Gin and Dinah. He came out with a song after Gin and Dinah.
About the lizard?
No, the lizard is lately there. He came out with a song trying to record. I won't remember all them things they know. But he said about a girl. He bring a girl somewhere, and she said, "Ay, do, darling, you make me pearls raise up. Making love one day with a girl they calling Meme. Making love one day with a girl they calling Meme. I took up Meme by the railway. Then we take a taxi straight to Claxton Bay. Before we lay down on the carpet, she start catching feet. Bada-bam-bam. Sparrow, don't bite me. That was the song.
Okay.
Don't do that to me. She say, I never had a man who never do that to me. Ay, do, darling. Make me pulse raise up. You making me feel real sweet. Stop, Sparrow, stop that. You know?
But like I say, it seems like that's where you got your inspiration from, because
That's
even
where
how
I
you
get
sing,
it from.
yeah, you can get that. Who else?
Had a voice.
Yeah.
I like to tell you because me myself didn't know how good I am.
Yeah. But who else inspired you back then? Who else was around to pretty much inspire you?
Calypso?
In Calypso, yeah, the Calypsonians.
The Lord Briner.
Who?
Briner, the Lord Briner.
Briner.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lord Briner.
You know any of his songs, like what he used to sing?
When he sing a song, I think the latest before he died. He died now. How do I remember them songs? I don't keep them thinking. I used to sing them regularly. But I used to sing just like him at one time. I could have sing just
Lord
like
Briner.
Yeah.
Lord
he sing with
Briner.
a
Okay.
bass. You see, if you know, when I sing that song, Dominica, my country, will have to remain. That's the way Briner sing. It's my mother's land, don't doubt me, and it also mine. That's the way he sing. So I
Took it from there.
take it from there. And what
And made your-
I never liked the other version of this other Calypso, like Melody and them. Sparrow thing I like.
Look, was Lord Briner from Trinidad as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
This is poor man. Poor man, rich man, who said I'm a poor man? My salary high, I can live till end of life. Poor man in the grocery, baba do bada badim bam, baba do. That was the type of song he sing. I like his version and the way he's singing. And he had the voice was going with it. So I so not copying it, but I have the same mentality in my voice.
Yeah.
So I could have do anything what I want in those days. You have Sparrow. When Sparrow come out with Mr. Walker, I go all in Matnick in Guadeloupe and make a big hit with it. Not for money, but in nightclub.
So you perform in at nightclubs as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I go out, I used to sing in the Cushy nightclub in Guadeloupe. And they makes millions of dollars on my head in that nightclub. So when I go there, they had a guitar there, I sit down, I had a whole ton of Dominican with me. We used to work on a ship, and every weekend I go in there. And when I came out, I would say, she ugly, yes, but she wearing them expensive dress, and everybody, they call me Mr. Walker.
Wait a while, she ugly, yes, but she wearing them expensive dress.
She ugly, yes, but she wearing them expensive dress.
Well, I mean, you have to win one way or the other. Eh?
The people said she ugly, but she daddy full of money, oh Lord. Mama, woy.
What was the reception like?
Oh boy, wonderful.
The French reception.
Wonderful. Because I speak a little Creole just like them, you know, but they better than me.
Okay.
And I used to, when I come out there from the time, I get Mr. Walker there. Sometimes you see all the boys and they put a table, big table there, and full up with drink. We don't have to pay nothing for that drink. So them boys now.
So drink was your payment then, pretty much.
That was my payment. And when you're watching the crowd, big nightclub, pull up, and they stand up watching Mr. Walker. And I have the guitar, you know, playing.
Yeah.
And in those days, it's a beauty to sit down and watch and listen. I myself sometimes jealous of my own self, you know. I see that Sparrow sing it, and when he sing it, I will come out and say, Mr. Walker, and I'll go up in the sky with it. And that is what the people like that. When I came to Dominica back, I go to the Carib cinema. It used to have a thing called in the afternoon, every Sunday afternoon, they used to have that show in the Carib cinema. And myself and a guy they called Eden Ducre was master guitarist from Jodel side. And two other fellas, and we sit down there, and I was sitting on the outside of the Carib cinema. And I start singing a song of Sparrow. And when the owner of the cinema or the manager of the cinema, everybody leave the cinema and they come outside. And this man called Bunty Roy was his name. He came out. What the hell you do? Look at what you do. I said, what I do? Man, you must sing so much. What the hell you ain't going to Hollywood? You keep all this, the people watch it, the place I come. I say, well, so Mr. Bunty, the picture are good. And the song was so high.
Yeah.
And the voice was going with it. You could see there was nothing could have troubled me.
Yeah.
And I going up with what was this song? It's a song called anyhow.
You know it goes, you know.
I know it goes at the time.
Yeah,
I could have sing the whole song. I feel like it was good. And I start singing the song and people come out and looking at me. And the guy was playing a good guitar. Eden Tommy still there. Eden Ducre still there. And man.
But as you keep talking there.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
The song was, Patsy, you look so lovely, but Patsy, don't try to tempt me. You ain't know but you're testing me, fate. And you're going up with it. Going up with it. Whoa, yo. Get away from me, do. She say if anybody too small is you. You know?
Yeah.
And man, the boy was playing a guitar and I feel the guitar behind me.
And you did.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah. What was the reception like with the girls when you were performing though?
Well, I could tell you, I saw at one time I had 7 in a room. I'm not kidding. I had 7 in a room. And when one pregnant at Kipsy. Altogether, I was definitely inspired by the Mighty Sparrow. That's all right. By the Mighty Sparrow and the Lord Briner. This was
the top two,
yeah. And then I go to Antigua. And that's where I really realized I could have been a Calypsonian. Because when I go to the Antigua, I went to a place called Galley Beach.
Getty Beach.
Galley Beach Hotel.
Galley Beach, okay.
Galley Beach Hotel. And there are lots of people, Antigua, biggest days made it. And there was a little band, this string band playing there. And I don't remember how I get up in the band. But I was singing a song called, not my song. Only last week, Suki tell me she go follow me to BG. That was the song, was the day of those days. And I start to sing. And people leave everywhere, come in and listen to me. Then somebody get a jeep. Old time jeep, and he bring it and he pack it in this. He say, go up on top of the jeep, man. And they put me up on the jeep and I start to sing.
So with all what you saying there, it seems like you had like a thriving singing career, so to speak. Why didn't you take it further though? How could you have taken it further?
I didn't have the help. I didn't have the guidance to know what I could have done. So that's how it is. I didn't know. It's when I leave Antigua and I come to Portsmouth, these guys took me and bring me to Roseau.
Okay, and that's when you start elevating.
That's when I started.
How many crowns did you win? Only one? Two of them. Okay. You remember the songs that you?
I could have win several. But Dennis Joseph decided he gave me the chance to do that.
So when you were in the competitions, did Dice, the present Dice,
No,
was he?
there.
Okay, okay.
Guys come after me. Baker and Bingo, Spider, and a lot of other fellows. It is Saint. His Embed Store, all these fellas was there. Tokyo, the Lord Tokyo.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys were there. Then I leave, I go to St. Croix. From a couple of times go cut clean in St. Croix. And we went up in the train in the cane field, sit down there with we have a guitar and we have our drink and we sit down there and then we were singing, but mostly it's country and western. Then a lady came up with some bush in her. Said, who was singing there? So the guy started looking there. He said, you don't know what you have inside of you? I said, what is it? He said, you have a golden voice, man. I stayed down the road down there and I heard the song at Trace when I came up here. And she said, where you all from? I said, Dominica. And she talked to us and then she bring us to her home and introduced us to her children. And one of her daughter said, you sing a song for the Lord because they are Christian.
Yeah.
So I start singing. I said, well, be another Christian song. He said, anything you can remember? So I said, behold me standing at the door, and hear me swinging, pleading evermore. Say weary hearts oppressed with sin, may I come in, may I come in. And I started singing that song, and the whole set of people start singing with me. They even raised a fund for me that day. Raised money for me and the other two guys. And they gave us clothes, boxes and for our family.
Okay. all that took place.
I saving all the time I go and I say, but wait, man, I think I couldn't be a singer, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And then I wanted to come to America and sing, but I didn't know I have a wealthy uncle in America because I didn't know nobody here.
Yeah.
My uncle was a wealthy man. He had no children. His wife had no children in Chicago. So I didn't know where to find him. I start going into the country and western now because the time America is country
western. Yeah.
So I sing. I have a couple of country and western music I compose, you know. But I wanted to go for nobody to go with it. So it's the first one.
Oh, so they're not out there yet.
I have them, I guess, not too long I make them. Couple times I'm back. I had the idea long, but now I come up with it and I just remembering all the things. And I have one called Travel It.
Travel It?
No, the Traveling Man or something like that. I travel the night alone through a jungle where lions roam, and I never own a home, nor a girl to call my own. One day, as I went by through a city where warriors die, took my saddle from off my back. Someone challenged me, don't look back. The night was cold, I behold the dead ones roll. I kept my pistols in my hand as I once told. Then I look round to see, far as I can see, soft reflection image comes a man like me. And then I quote that song and I start rehearsing it. I hide it away.
You hide it away?
And I put the next one. I want to be a singing man in this land of you. I'm gonna sing a song for you. Then you'll say we are true. Sometime I'd sit all by myself. Imagine you at my side. I'll sing a song for you. You say we are true. Oh, you'll be leaving for New Mexico. Tomorrow will be no more you. That guy from Texas is down in the west, hoping and praying to see you, I guess. I drop my gun when my journey is gone. I'll be leaving for Mexico too.
But where can people find your music? Where can they find your music at present?
Well, I have all of them in my book.
In your book.
I have a book.
So you have none out there, none other songs where
Yes,
people
I
can
have. I don't sing these songs I brought in there to people because my brother, I have a brother, he's a medical doctor here,
Okay.
but he retired now. He tell me, please don't go about singing for nobody because these people in them shop, they come with things
They'll take your stuff.
and they come and they pirate your tunes and go with it.
Yeah.
Because I wrote a song a couple times back and a guy came to me and he had something in his pocket. And then he was copying, but when I realized something was wrong, I
Was
forgot
recording?
Yes, he didn't get the proper thing.
But you can copyright your songs if people take them. You
Well,
Why don't you just copyright
right now, I have copyright now. I'm cover everywhere now, you know.
So where can we find your music?
In YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I think in YouTube, but iTunes.
iTunes. Okay.
CD Baby.
What name do the people have to look for?
The original Dice.
Dice. The original Dice. Okay.
Back again.
Now, just before we go, I actually have one more song of yours. That's an interesting name song. The Devil
Sing Calypso.
Sings Calypso. That's a very interesting one right there. Tell us a little bit about that before we play it. The Devil Singing Calypso. The Devil Sings Calypso.
The Devil Sing Calypso, that the idea came up in me writing Dominica before I came here. And then I was wondering, I said, the song was actually in the Carib quarters I was thinking about. Roseau to the Carib quarters, the distance, and I equivalenting and say, but that look like a country place, you can make a song is a countryside, like Hollywood.
Yeah.
So then I say, oh, I really want you to know how the devil sing Calypso. Last carnival I was working, me and my girl in Sally Bay. So when I come and when I make this song now, I say, no, I should to put something else in it, I put a foreign thing in it. So I said, oh, I really want you to know how the devil sing Calypso. Please, I want you to know how the devil sing Calypso. I was walking last carnival, me and my girl from Tobago, from Tobago, you know?
To flip it, kind of.
Yeah. Tobago. Two men singing Calypso.
Okay. So the meaning behind it was pretty much for a girl then. Because the devil singing Calypso is kind of like...
No, the devil and a guy. The guy name is Decoto.
Decoto.
Yeah. So the devil want to give him something, but the devil singing Calypso too. The devil tell him, the only way you can win me, if you win me, I'll give you something, but I will beat you. So they have a competition between them. So the guy said, no man, I go beat you up, man. You can't sing Calypso with me. I born in Calypso is my thing. And the two of them started sing Calypso, but in the end of the Calypso, the devil find the fella, beat him up, the devil get vexed.
So he beat the devil then?
He beat the devil.
Okay.
So if you look at it, listen to it, you understand what I'm saying.
Let's play it right now so that the people can hear something right there.
Okay.
Oh, I really want to know. I want to know. I love the girl sing Calypso. I hope in us. Being the girl from. You come on the top. Man singing Calypso is to hear them. I am the ruler, and I beg to be known. I am the soul of silver. I am the bottom sea, but I am the problem guy. I'm sinking the weekend, all the I go, that's like I'm sinking, man. It's so very crazy to see her singing to everyone. I believe you want to the table, already planning up the duster. Shouting more fancy, I want to deliver you. Never, but we'll see flash will be millionaire. Then you go get I do. Still, she can. See, but it's why I'm a purple guy. I'm taking a weekend. I go to you. I know. I see the sleeps. He was singing when he said, "Put on the big and go." Just opening up my best in the West, live on again. I am big. So sweet. See, but boy, I'm a bad guy. I'm sick and weeping. Oh, I go to running up. Yeah. I want to go to heaven when I die. It's a secret. I want to go to heaven when I die. It's a secret.
Right there.
See that one?
Yo.
They were supposed to have no jokes in them.
Yeah, yeah,
I did.
Mm.
The way it was coming out, or we had to cut it short because you have a joke in it. So
Mm.
Pam wash she pot already waiting on sweet potato. Boy, potato waiting on sweet potato. Then you come back to real.
Yeah. I like the vibe, man. As I'm listening to the different calypsos here, it kind of brings me back. Well, not brings me back, but makes me understand how it was back in the day and the kind of joy and the artistry in the very calypso music itself. And of course, meeting you as well is kind of like a phenomenal thing.
I'll give you a little, before you go, I'll give you a little story about this calypso. It's on the record, the album. This girl, every time I go in a shop in Pottersville, Roseau, young little girl, she's going to school. Her name is Matilda. She had liked to hear me sing in those days, but
when you say young little girl, Matilda,
a young girl.
how old is she right now?
She married now.
Oh, okay. Oh, back in the day, you're talking about, okay, I got you.
Every time I come to the shop, guys, don't make calypso on me. And I say, but Matilda, who tell you I go and make calypso on you? You're praying for me to make calypso? And she was very friendly. So one day I'm going to tell my wife, look at what Matilda tell me, OJ. So make a song on it. So I go and I sit down and I start to compose this song. And I have some fellas now with me, and I tell them, beat the drum, beating a drum, and we sing. I say, Matilda, you talking. I give her 11 years at the time. Matilda, you talking like it's joke you're making. This is a no joke, girl. You know I am lucky. Leave this thing go a little still. Why you in a red, girl? You underage. She really have me surprised. 11 years. Matilda so wise. That time she was 11.
Yeah.
She had not go back to where she was.
No.
No, Matilda, you too small. See how I so big and tall. I prayed your mother and your father. Not me at all. If you have something to give me, girl, wait till your flowers fall.
But it seems like everybody was involved in that kind of aspect of that calypso culture, so to speak, and it's not just one set of people, but everybody in that regard, man.
You have to put things in the calypso to make it not only the calypso, but most of the time what I say in the calypso, people wouldn't believe it is true.
Yeah.
It is real.
Because of the way that you're doing it, yeah.
It's a real thing. If you look at SPIDERMan, he's somebody troublemaker.
Yeah.
You understand? I have a woman, I go to a wedding party. I was invited to a wedding party, the best man. And I go there, me and my girlfriend. And I saw everybody have their shoes on their shoulder. Rain was coming. I said, well, Evelyn, her name is Evelyn. I said, why everybody wearing their shoes? She said, boy, things so bad. Things so bad. People can't have their shoes in that wet water. And tomorrow they can't have money to buy their shoes. So they had their shoes on their shoulder. So I watching that shit, and they got a dress. So I go home, and she said, that's right. I said, right now, guys, don't write the Calypso on me, you know. I said, no, man. I said, she done. When I come up with it, Evelyn was the wedding guest.
You make one on her.
Evelyn was the wedding guest. She has to dress the best. Attractive and motionly, she wears a charm and smile. She looks like a queen, Negro style, but without the king. The mighty dice posing as the king is to hear everybody shouting at you and you come. She looks like you, small dice, darling, take the bride. She in love with a police and a sailor man. She mother bad like a tiger. She have a dangerous sister. You'll be just like a rat if they clamp your head in a blasted trap. Now, if you look at it, it is true.
Yeah.
She mother wasn't that bad, but let's put it that way. To bring the sister.
Yeah, for the song,
the sister was really bad. At the time. She didn't want me to be with the daughter, with the sister, and she keep molesting us all the time. So it comes in there.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you mean molesting? She was treating all you bad?
She used to come and keep us every night when we stay in the house where we sleep in.
Yeah.
With some friends and thing. I wouldn't want to tell you what I did to her to get she to come back there. So,
I feel you.
And that was it.
But Calypso,
Calypso in the days was very friendly.
Yeah.
All the Calypso, and I never have
the beef,
but store the dispenser. We was like brothers. Tokyo, we was like brothers. Although Tokyo he hadn't got a very good voice, but you ought to take his Calypso.
Yeah.
When you see, you can remember a song in Dominica they call Tennis Shooter.
No, I don't know. I don't remember that one.
Boy, remember I want you. Why, see what you do. It's a brand new shoe, mama said it shouldn't use. You just come in, your big foot you put in. You bust down the lace of my brand new, and the people, ten no shoot tongue.
I know that, boy. It would have been interesting to see Calypso back in the day, man, and how people were interacting and just watching the shows. I like Calypso. To me, Calypso is one of my best. Imagine they have all sorts of events happening around that time. I have to make sure that I go to the Calypso. It's just a vibe and the essence of it. And then listening to you kind of brings me back to what could have taken place back in the day, and that essence right there. But for the young upcoming Calypsonians, what advice would you give them? I mean, you start in humble beginnings to push yourself upwards. What advice would you give them?
I said I go and I listen to Calypso, and I contact a lot of friends, and in Dominica I go around and I ask him questions and say, how you make your Calypso, where you get your information from, and who make it for you, so I tell them this and that, so and so people making. And I would tell them, I don't know, everybody have their own type of thinking and belief.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to definitely pump myself and be composing a Calypso about a politician. Because I feel to myself it's just a stripe I put in on his shoulder like a police officer. You know?
Yeah.
Because you sing about him this year, next year you sing a different song about him, and he ain't doing nothing. Does he ever give you something? You don't. You ask a fella there, how much you making song about politics? A man told me, what's your song? I said, sit down. My pal rep. I said, what are you talking about, pal rep? What he give you? He give you a house? He give you a piece of land? No. But you're singing about him, and he. When you sing pal rep, you know who's the pal rep in this area, you know? So everybody know what you don't do that.
Yeah.
You could sing a song, and I could say, like, I would sing, for example, when I make my song, I would say, tell you what to do and what not to do. I come in this year with a brand new song. Rhythm, Calypso Power for Soul. Forget all them evil politicians, that's why I come in. Forget all evil politicians. Think of something for the world to see. You understand?
Yeah.
Think of something for the people to see. And forget all these politicians with all them kind of things. Don't do that.
But I think the reason why a lot of people focus on the politicians today is because they are literally bringing the people down, and constant reminders can help in that regard. Yeah. So,
but still, if you sing for them, you sing about them. There's some of them. Actually, she says, the amount of politicians give me song already, sing for them. You understand? Me ain't singing it. You understand? But I get it. They're bringing them down, and tomorrow they come back and do the same thing again.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it.
It should be the people that will listen to the song and say, okay, we need to do something about that.
I sing for Dennis to be when Dennis Joseph was the middleman in the radio station in Dominica, Dominica. When I come out during the independent, and I sing, now the time has come, let us have with fun. I'm feeling proud, oh Lord, what a massive crowd. Came from everywhere, they came from far and near, just to hear me sing. They hear my true-born Calypso King. Then I come back and I said, Dennis Joseph boy on the radio. I can assure you have done your share. With music everywhere, you are loud and clear. I will build you a monument, really? Down Independence Square. You come and he clap me and he do me this, he do me that. He's the biggest crook out. You may not use, as you say, you don't know much about how his name? Barnish. That is Breaker. So they had a good band, they had good music, but all he was doing is he wrote in the song for Dennis, for Breaker and Bingo and company, and he doing the judging in those days. He was the judge. He was one of the judge. So I couldn't win them. When I come out that year, once year I came out with a song about the governor. They mix up a drink. And they mix up a drink with something, and they bring it in the backstage.
To give you?
Give me
what?
A good drink. And when I reach on the stage, I didn't even know my name.
So that's a sabotage right there.
They're laughing, and they tell me what happened. You see, when I come out to this, the governor and the governor rule his men in his land, they are bound to stand. I supposed to say, we want latte grade. I say latte grade. Let his name remain. And I stand up on the stage and I say, that's all. I didn't know anything anymore.
So you don't remember nothing after that?
I don't remember nothing.
So they sabotage you then?
They sabotaged me, and I just...
They didn't want you to sing the song?
Everybody stand up watching me. But look, that's failed there, we boy. I ain't that. The man sat out so good. And those days, I mean, as I tell you, I was hard to beat. I also take any song. Any song.
And make it your own.
Make it a song. I make a song, compose a song in the Mr. Premier, Mr. Premier, this island is my land. And today I'll be planting yam. Babadam, 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 babadam. Dominica, God bless this land. But still for all people is saying the island hard. It is we two people and see if the land get lad. Don't worry with Mina, Lina, Tin, Fin, all those who join and saying the island so hard.
But that song similar to the calypsos of today in the lyrical content. Things hard in the country.
Mr. Premier, come and see a pumpkin. This was cultivated at the governor's gate. He said, come, let me wait. I'm going to wait on the scale. And, these are the things I was thinking about. And the song was coming out. So anything I tasted and make, because those days I didn't know much about composition. And it used to come out all right.
It seemed like you were born for it, eh? This is the way you put in the songs and singing it. It seemed like you were born for it.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
So, but the people used to follow a lot of calypsos in those days. I don't know for now because I haven't entered a showroom. So when I came here to America, I went up back and they had a show for me,
In Dominica?
Yes, they had a show for me.
Did you ever think of competing here? Or like in any singing events?
We do and keep shows around, but not competition.
Okay.
And the guy told me when I come, Powell you call him? Ever fella they call Powell?
Alex
Bruno?
Yeah.
They keep a show, so they wanted to give me a placard. So he told me, come with a show, a song, one of your old song and a new song to remember. So I say, when I came back, you call this song the show for Kings of Kings. So then I come out with a song called It Had to Take the King of Kings competition. But then I without continue, the band couldn't play the parts I want them to play to make the song look like a real calypso. It had to take the King of Kings competition to make me come back on the stage. They say I'm old-fashioned. I ain't got no rhythm, boom, 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 boom. That's what you gotta get. Enough for me to give them blows. Bidi-bidim, bidi-bidim. The kind of calypsos I am hearing. I wonder what the audience are saying. You have these people in the cold. Give them something warm to shake up their soul. Every year is politics. People are always getting licks. Calypsos is the people thing. Compose a tune, man, for them to swing. You hear me? And I'm pressing on it. This year I come in and move. No one go stop me. Bam, bam, bam. Well, I've changed that. This year I come in like rolling thunder. Boom, 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 boom. No one go stop me. Bam, 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 dim, bam. Boom, 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 boom. Don't do that to me, say me, girl. You want to kill me? Bam, bam, bam. Oh, gosh. Look hitting it fall down on the ground. Call me Mobilang, but don't. Put your own minute, but don't call me Mobilang.
I just like the way you seem to be heavily involved in calypso. Even if you're not competing at present, you still have that in you, and I do appreciate you for definitely sharing some of that time with me and looking back and make me experience some of what actually went on right there. We will have him soon. Justin will have him soon.
Dice, that kind of thing you have in your mind. Come, let's go, man. Get him, man. Man, it's Justin, man. Too old for that. What are you talking about?
No, man. You have so much vibrancy in you. What are you talking about? Yeah, I agree with him for sure. But my last question I want to ask you. Based on the competition that is taking place, I'm not sure if you follow the present Calypsonians right now, but who do you think will emerge winner? Do you think Dice will emerge based on the songs that you've heard, if you've heard any of them, or what are your thoughts on it?
I sit down and I look at him. I mean, he have a good writer.
Pat Aaron,
not all his song is good writing, but the boy could sing.
Yeah.
He can sing, and I would say the rest of the Calypsonian, they does not keep up to the standard, to live up to their standard, because you don't follow other people. You sing to you. You is you. Forget everybody and think of yourself and sing about you of you. Don't try to imitate nobody in Calypso or you'll not make it. Because Sparrow sing already, what he sing is his song. Why you going to sing it? So when I look at it, some of them fellas, they sing a song this year, are monitoring it, and next year they turn it into a different anti-clockwise and the same song. You're not going to make it, he'll always win you.
Okay.
He will always win you. I noticed that. Because he has some songs, he has some of the girls, they are very good too. Some of the girls.
Tasha P.
I don't know the name, but I heard one last week.
Maybe Nashelle.
That gray suit on her. And
maybe Joy? Well, you don't know the name.
Maybe Joy, I don't know. It's a young girl, that girl maybe in her 30s, late 30s. 30s.
Joy, well, a lot of them are around that age too.
I know her definitely in Dominican, but I can't recognize her on the stage. But I know the person. And she sing a good song there.
Do you remember it?
What was the song now? Something, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, it's like sex, something about sex.
Sex?
Yeah, something sexy, a sexy song. And she telling you something what they do to her, and now she ready now. I come out to sex, something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if it's that, if I have the real meaning and understanding in the song. But what I'm saying, it wasn't rude. It was good. And she sing better than anybody else. Even the men and them, because some of the men, I know some of them, they sing together with me. And when I see them, some of them even look twice older than me. And the same old story. There's a guy coming in from, since I know him singing, he come with a one drive. He never changed the drive. So he looked like Lord Douglas to me.
What about before I say my last question? But as you saying that there, do you remember Buple? Or do you know Buple?
Buple, yeah. You know, if you know, I know him.
Yeah,
he sing with me.
Okay. I remember Buple's song Air.
Himself are talking about it.
I remember he sing the song Air. I really like that song.
I think,
Captain Never There, Dominica Remote Control. I remember that one.
Yes, so them have a lot of good ideas in their song. But they start out well and they end up in the middle. They straight from it. A calypso is something. If I singing about you, I got a story about you, I must maintain this story. You don't want to be rhyming. Everything not rhyming. The story is telling about you. And they don't continue that way. They're changing the idea. Because sometimes they come out with a political song and they themselves will get straight from it. They don't know, they don't bring out what they really want to explain.
I think sometimes they tend to sing Calypsonian song, not Calypso, political songs that is not affiliated to them.
That's what I'm saying.
Whereas Dice sings, you can tell that he's singing from the heart.
He can have people that can explain and deliver. And if you cannot deliver, it doesn't make sense. Because I heard Dice singing his song, and he take his time. If I got to sing now, I'll sit down and take my time. I wouldn't sing like before. I cannot sing like before. Before I would got up on the stage and jump up and do all kind of things. I can't do that again.
Land foot in the air.
I could start it out, but I wouldn't reach nowhere. So you take it better now if you sit down and listen to them big church that they sit down and you will get the words come out and you'll explain. I make a calypso for a couple fellas, one of fellas the last time, and I make one for him and somebody else make one for him. He passed how much wrong with my calypso, and when the other fella make the other song for him, the other fella was trying to copy from what I gave him. So the two different say, but how the hell you have two songs about Colombians? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know why he did that. And they have him up in the sky, but when he come out with the second one, they blow him down. That's the lad Tadier from Charlie Smith.
Lad who?
After they call him Tadier.
Tadier, okay.
Yeah, he's the brother to the opposition leader at one time. Wellington. Tadier Linton is his name.
Okay.
And the man come out good. And when he come out to the second song, they blow him. They say, you have two songs, the same thing.
So you think this year Dice winning it?
I don't listen to his song for this year yet.
Okay.
But it's not surprising because
It surprise you.
the way I hear them singing, they don't come out good yet.
Okay. I think JD has a nice song.
Maybe a girl, one of them girls could have.
Yeah, them girls have.
If the girl have a second song and she can make it, I think she can give him trouble.
Okay.
You see, when you're going and sing, you have to concentrate like I used to do lately. When I go in to sing, I come in with the training department, listen to everybody come singing their song. And I will tell you, well, he have an edge about me, you know. And I go down and find out where that edge coming from. You know?
Yeah.
That's how you make yourself a good calypso.
Compete, yeah.
Yeah, this man singing song, he said, I like the way he sing, yeah, good song. But I have to do something to beat him.
Yeah.
You don't just go and follow what he's singing and try to sing like him and do it. You wouldn't make it.
Yeah, I feel you.
And all the fellas in them, everybody have a piece of politics. The politics doesn't mean nothing. It does not mean nothing. A hard one singing, my pal rep. That could be a song. My pal rep. No, you don't go to a song like that.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time. The original Dicey right there.